Oh, sorry about that.
Well, that went about as badly as it could.
That's not true.
Unsurprisingly. No, it did. It went as badly as it could. Do you know what I need to say straight away? Strip Jorginho of the captaincy now.
Saw that coming.
Just do it now. Strip Jorginho of the captaincy. He's not club captain.
Now, some people at home will think this is a bit that Rory's sort of doing, and that, you know, it's basically like, oh, Rory's just looking for some sort of controversy. To be fair to you, you've been saying that for a while. Mainly, you did say originally he's not really a club captain anyway. Is it basically that? Is it that he's not a Chelsea man?
Yes.
No, but I mean that seriously. I mean that. Like, is it? Do you see someone else out on that pitch that you think he should be club captain?
I think Thiago Silva would be a better captain.
But he's not been there as long. He's only just come into the club.
Been there long enough to be a captain. He's been there for a year. He's got all the experience. He is the club captain on the pitch. You look at the way that he marshals that defence.
Sure, but Virgil van Dijk's not captain for Liverpool.
No, but you have a good captain.
Okay, yeah,
You have a good captain. Whereas
Mason Mount's
we don't.
too young for that.
Mason Mount's a little bit too young. Mason Mount will be Chelsea captain.
Sure. He's injury prone in the mouth.
I think Mount could be captain. I think Reece James will potentially be captain.
What went wrong
today? It's Thiago Silva.
No, what went wrong today?
I think we made some mistakes. We were unlucky. I think the Masuaku goal, we have to acknowledge, was a cross. We were very unlucky with that. So that didn't go our way, which is obviously a heartbreaker. But I don't think our midfield is good enough. Going into the game, a midfield duo of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho is just lightweight. And actually, if you compare it directly to West Ham United's midfield, theirs is better.
Today,
yeah.
Not in terms of everything that's available.
No.
Today you've got
But the
Jorginho next to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and then just ahead of that you've got your three.
Yeah, I think theirs is better. Their two holders are better than our two holders.
Also, certainly in terms of the system, it suits that much better. But I mean, I'll admit I was surprised that I saw Chelsea get sucked into the battle that they got sucked into, considering that everyone else who's been beaten by West Ham at the very top has also been sucked into that battle. I'd have expected Tuchel to go the opposite way and kill it a little bit, or try and play a bit more of the conservative Chelsea. Weirdly, you guys went, yeah, cool, almost the same as Liverpool did.
Yeah, I mean, I think we made some mistakes today. I think that we've made some mistakes fairly recently. I think if you look at Chelsea's last 5 games, if you look at Chelsea's last 5, you know, we've dropped 2 points to Manchester United that we should, you know, Manchester United particularly at that point were very beatable.
Should have won that.
And we've dropped 7 points in the last 5 games, and that is probably enough to cost you the title, I think. I think it's that significant. When you look at what Chelsea, look at what happened in midweek. Liverpool, huge resounding victory against Everton. Manchester City, hard-fought victory against Aston Villa, a resurgent Aston Villa. And Chelsea today have gone to West Ham, a West Ham team that were on the brink, by the way. They were sensational, particularly in that second half, by the way, West Ham. Not taking anything away from them and the job that David Moyes has done there. But West Ham United have been on the ropes a bit, and they needed something out of today, and I really think that we should have got something.
It's, you know what, especially in the title race, especially if you're a team that isn't the favourite, the front runner, it is about the order that you play teams for me as well. And Manchester United had that new manager bounce. West Ham was sort of due this, if that makes sense. And then, so Chelsea have been unfortunate in that sense. And I also think you've played them maybe a bit of a lull in your season, and you can, I think, get better from this. But weirdly, the players do look a bit sort of passive out there sometimes. I found that quite strange.
Yeah, there is a passivity to Chelsea, but also I think the way that Chelsea have been so good is because Chelsea have controlled the game from start to finish. When Chelsea have been good, when Chelsea have won games, even when we've drawn games, even at Anfield, I feel like Chelsea were, generally speaking, in control. Despite being down to 10 men, we were never panicked. We had our system, and we knew what we were doing. There were moments of class today from Chelsea. There were moments of brilliance.
The Mount goal was, I mean, we've got to talk about the Mason Mount goal.
Sensational goal.
That really was great. I mean, I thought the cross he hung up was great. The fact he took it first time blew me away.
Yeah, I mean, that goal was sensational. I think Jared Bowen probably scored the goal of the game, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was a great goal. But Chelsea have again played themselves into trouble, and this is why I'm going back to Jorginho now. You look at what happened to Chelsea against Manchester United. Jorginho gifted Manchester United the opportunity to score. Today he did exactly the same thing. That sets the tone. He's forced Mendy into a situation he doesn't want to be in. Mendy has therefore made a rash and fouled.
It was a poor decision on his part, wasn't it? Because he could, you know, I think there Mendy backs himself with his feet, and he thinks he's got more time than he actually has.
Yes.
He gets back down very quickly, closed down very quickly, and suddenly he's in real trouble. Weirdly, the ball wanders away from him. Normally, I think if your goalkeeper deals with that well, I'm not saying correctly, I'm saying well, I think he just about gets away with it and clears it very quick. He didn't want to do that.
But you see, I also think that he possibly makes that save. You know the save from Masuaku? If he wasn't rocked from what happened because of Jorginho playing him into trouble, perhaps he gets across to that.
I see what you're going for here, and I see that you're not high on Jorginho, but at the same time, I think, like Tuchel said post-game, you didn't play a great game, you played an okay game, and then that sucks you into individual errors being the difference.
We have won 2 out of 5 in the league. Chelsea have won 2 games out of the last 5 in the league. That is not good enough to win the title. That is just not going to do it.
You know, you could class Tuchel picking up off Lampard as a bit of an elongated, luxurious new manager bounce, and the players really buying into it. Is there the risk that you revert to the Tuchel mean at this point, and it sort of goes, oh right, okay, that's just below what City are capable of?
Yes, I mean, I think what Manchester City are capable of terrifies me, and that's why I've made them the favourites for the league all season. You know, I think that they are, out of the 3 clubs that could win the league, Manchester City are the club that could go on a run and win 16 games in a row, 40, somewhere above 10.
Around now. Yeah,
around
from
now.
Here,
yeah, maybe they're already in. Maybe they're already into it.
Because also, you remember last season, it was Liverpool who were out in the lead. Similar a bit. Chelsea dropped off with some injuries. You guys have had some injuries similarly, and then City's consistency took them past them.
Yeah, but this is the problem. City have the luxury of an incredibly good squad. Chelsea, Kovacic injured, N'Golo Kante injured, which means that our midfield is then so depleted. Like Ruben Loftus-Cheek. If he was going to be a good enough footballer, and there was some talk on the kickoff today, maybe he's going to do it. I think Marvin was suggesting it could happen. I feel like if he was going to be good enough, we would know. We would know by now.
Okay.
And the fact that there is still a question means he isn't.
I think the goodwill towards him at the moment means that people are still asking the question. And I do think he's got a certain ability. And I mean this in the sense of the feeling I get when I watch him is similar to an Oxlade-Chamberlain at Liverpool, where I sort of go, you know what, you're good, but I'm not 100% sure that you give the full package to what our team needs. But clearly the manager likes you, and clearly there's something there that you do that they back. So it's hard to completely go out on him, but I get that as soon as someone else comes back, he'll be out of the team and someone else will be in the start.
Yes, but it's getting these players back, and the level of injuries that we're having is really troubling me. And the thing is, we just don't have the firepower, which I know sounds quite hollow when we spent £100 million on somebody like Lukaku. But even with Lukaku, I still don't. You know, Kai Havertz went off. He hadn't done much in the game. Kai Havertz went off. Lukaku comes on. Lukaku struggled to get into it. But the reason that Chelsea could have won the league, the reason that Chelsea were in the contention and are in contention to win the league, is because of how resilient we will be. That's the first time Chelsea have conceded more than 2 goals all season in a single game.
The worrying thing for you is now when you have that run and you don't concede many goals and you've got that confidence. You obviously know it's going to come to an end. It's how you deal with that coming to an end and that you don't pop their confidence.
Yes.
There are times where your defence doesn't look as confident as it did before. And you know what? It's those balls in between the fullback and the central defenders that seem to be doing it right now.
Yeah, well, this is the worry. Like, Lukaku hasn't scored for Chelsea since middle of September. Can you win a league without... Like, look, it's all very well reached. Right. Can you win the league without... somebody you can get without your goal scorer, without your striker scoring goals.
And do you know what else is with that is I think his supporting cast also isn't having a great time right now. And to add to that, the investment in Werner last year, which would have been more goals or could have been or should have been, is also letting you down now because he's clearly not favoured at the club.
Yeah, I mean this is the worry and this is the problem that we have. But there is a massive moment coming up for Chelsea now. Like this Christmas period. We have to get back to winning ways. We need some consecutive victories. You know, we need to play 4, win 4. That is what Chelsea are after. And I just don't know if we have it in us.
Obviously, the good thing for you guys is you are already through in the Champions League, right?
Yes.
You're 12 points with Juve.
The St. Petersburg game we can write off.
Well, you say write off, but I do think, and I know you're strong in Europe, and Tuchel's won that. You still want to finish top of that group.
Yeah.
You want to get those 15 points. You want to finish above Juve.
Yeah.
So a win takes you through above Juve.
Yes.
You need that in the Champions League to make sure that your second half of the season in the Premier League isn't tricky.
See, we've got some massive fixtures coming up now. Leeds, Everton, Villa. They are fixtures that we need to win.
Ones?
No, but they're massive for us because they are winnable. They're winnable and you have to win them. For Chelsea to have any chance, we're going to have to win it. Loz, thank you so much, man. We're going to play football now.
I'm so sorry that you guys lost today.
Well,
I'm not sorry, but
not true,
Liverpool are about to play and...
And we're off to play football now, so I'm going to have to take my frustrations out on you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like. Please click subscribe. See you in a bit.